So what I think it is, Joe, that you're still jealous of Ann Bueller there, Joe?
Well, yeah, it's still going on pretty much. Joe is the girls are proving how much you guys jacked it up. Joe Zilliger, Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Joe Zilliger, Harry Race, Bernard LaChance, DJ Dave, Belita Queen One, Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitty Bat for Blue White Boxes, GPS, Besso Robo, Raiders Night, Red Randy, Ray Gordon, and Ellery, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall. Kind of the same story, Doug. Perlate out what happens when you break the rules. So I say, look, people, the girls figure out they actually prove, those of you who jacked it up. That's what the whole blue boy story is. And dude, like I said, likes to sit over there being a smart ass. But how would he know when they were the ones that came in and professed that their way is the right way, and it wasn't the right way? So the girls keep doing their thing after you guys came through and told them otherwise.
Hey, that's what you see. Maybe they are doing it. It's a counterculture.
Or what little bit was left of what was actually going to most likely happen if it wasn't interfered with, Joe and Harry and Bernard. But that's what altercations do. And so, like I said, you guys will never really know what that reality is since it was destroyed to Bernard. This is what happens when you break the rules. See, maybe the Queen is sending you a message. Putkin Street, Jamaica Street, Cowboy Man, Robo Knight, Whispering Faggot Dave. All that stuff you do, Dave, Indian boy, Cowboy Indian boy, Ghetto Life boy, Negroes, to preserve as you guys profess to be rulers of the earth, prove that you're probably not, David. Therefore, you want to be careful when the men tell you something, like the Robo Knight or Harry or Joe, because they sent you out to war to fight and die, possibly for no reason, for their own agenda. And the Robo Knight and them do the same thing. That's what that group of men do. And then run off to their island and watch and sip tea.
And so, like I said, Robo Knight, divine, rapist Robo Knight.
Sure, your background check still isn't going for, the test to the Queen or whatever country. Quickly, clean it up. And that's what your little Oyster Cracker Man there does. The experimentator man. So you guys' rise into power is also going to be your downfall, considering that you guys destroyed something and never gave it a chance to go. And that's probably why not everybody was able to get. So see, Stan, just because Joe favored you or Stan, Steve or Brian doesn't necessarily mean you guys were right. It means he destroyed the one. Whether he has a separate being or me here to put himself in power. So, was there a threat before me, Joe? Possibly your daughter Ann Bueller, and then the children came, and then you professed to have saved them from me? And that's what happens, Joe, Harry, Bernard, when you become that delusionally obsessed with. See, we can prove Bernard Lacarney has an obsession, and he stacks it about 3. And you watch and spy too much, Ellery, Joe, and Bernard. Because what happened when you made fun of the Mark Twain movie, Joe? Or Princess Bride, Joe? You merged like the Indian with Ellery and, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Kara, and all that. Made a mess, huh, Perlita? Coming and messing with other people's stuff that you took, maybe? A previous reality that was destroyed to assert that you were the Jehovah God, Dave, and you're bitted back 4. But it proves that you weren't. Was it 5? Was it 4? Was it 3? Was it 2? Was it 1? Or 1 gave birth to 5 or 6 or many more? So he could sit over there and, like I said, think it's funny and have the blue cap on in his phone and go, we did it. No. She sat him there, the rapist in the chair, as he's grinning and thinking it's funny that they got away with their crime. So the whole world can humiliate him for being wrong. Just like you were wrong, Joe. Harry, Pickett Street, Jamaica Street, when you did Cowboy, Country, and Western and Indians and I didn't want it. Or the Jonestown 3 Negroes and I didn't want it. Or the gangs, see, I didn't want it. And maybe that's Brian's gripe. Because you guys forced him into something he wanted to get out of or was never a part of. Because you guys wanted to be a bunch of racist hicks. Joe and Harry and Bernard, which is typical for your country and Western type. So, you guys didn't really step forward in the future. You just created a agenda-filled motive future for yourselves which even on that side, Harry and Joe, Bernard, Perlita, it's limited in its view and its information as well. So tubing it and then blaming it on the kids when they had a different idea wasn't the greatest thing when it lost control. Because what they were looking for was understanding, and they didn't get it. They just got persecuted. And then you guys get persecuted for trying to pretend to be the blue when it was probably set up under something different. So if you guys screwed, this hillbilly squad came in and screwed up her dollhouse, Harry, and you propped yourself in to fuck her first, or another one, and another one with some bullshit story, that's why you guys are out of sync 3 to 4 fucking ways. Because that guy sits there and goes, well, plop 1, plop 2, and ruins their like 3, 4. So like I said, we'll let you guys run your story, and to prove how fucked up and dumb the group of you are, Bernard, the Lacarne